What up, y'all? It's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank you for rating, commenting, and subscribing. Everybody who's donated, those of you all who will. Also, go over to my other YouTube channel, Dawson Speaks TV. Make sure you subscribe over there and click that notification bell so you get notifications when I drop a new video. Now, let's get into this topic. All right, y'all. Thanks for clicking on the video. Hope everyone is doing well. I had to do this topic when I saw this particular story. It's an older story, but I had a colleague hit me up last week, and she has a friend who's in a similar situation, and she's trying to help her out. And when I read this story, I was like, I gotta talk about it because there's so many people who are going through this particular situation. All right, now this story comes out of Cincinnati. Yes, Cincinnati, Ohio. This is my first story out of Cincinnati. A Cincinnati man found out he has herpes. He filed a lawsuit against the woman he claims knew she had it and didn't tell him. Robbie Todd said his life quickly changed after taking medication for the sexually transmitted disease. Not one to run away from tough issues or bury his head in the sand, Mr. Todd reached out to the local news, Channel 9 on your side, in order to share his story with others. Now I'm going to let you all watch this video and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary. And you all know me, I'm Dawson, and I won't hold back.
My recourse was to file a lawsuit, which we did.
That tri-state man is suing a woman who he claims had herpes and didn't tell him. Now he is infected with the virus.
And an Ohio state representative wants to change the law that deals with notification about all STDs.
9 on your side anchor Ryan Houston explains what this could mean for you.
This possible legislation would mean that anyone with an STD who fails to disclose it could face jail time or a fine. One more note, we want to make it clear that we did not seek out the plaintiff in this case. He came to us wanting to share this story. 55-year-old Robbie Todd wears many titles. He's a contractor, former actor, and manager to musical acts. But now his new title is a man living with and managing herpes.
When I went to get tested, I was positive.
Todd says his life quickly changed after taking medicine.
The side effects of the medicine left me lethargic. It felt like I had Lyme's disease. And the depression was just unreal. They said, well, we can't do anything because there's nothing on the books other than HIV.
Under current Ohio law, it's already illegal for a person who is HIV positive to not disclose their status before engaging in sexual conduct. But Representative Catherine Ingram is working on a new bill that makes it illegal for a person that's tested positive for any sexually transmitted disease and does not tell their partner before engaging in sexual activity.
Is this something that needs legislating?
The punishment or the penalty or the correction, and I've named it all those things because I really don't like for it to be the punishment. But unfortunately, that's what it is.
Under the possible new law, anyone who doesn't disclose STDs to their partners could face a misdemeanor charge, up to 6 months in jail, and a $1,000 fine. But what about self-accountability?
How many times you're going to roll in and say, do you have something that I might catch?
But should those be?
Well, I don't know. But you as an individual, you might do that. But how many people do that?
It's a punitive approach. You know, you did this to me, and I'm going to get you back for it.
That's Bill Hardy. He's the president and CEO of Equitas Health. His group is opposing the new bill and trying to change the current HIV disclosure law.
How many of these folks can we lock up? And, I mean, do we want to put them in jail for 8 years because they didn't disclose that they had whatever, herpes?
I think we need to have more open discussions about sexual health and disease.
Dr. Carl Victenbaum works on the front lines of the infectious disease at the University of Cincinnati. He says Hamilton County is already at epidemic levels of gonorrhea, chlamydia, and syphilis, and legislation like this won't help.
If we further stigmatize things by criminalizing them, will that allow for greater conversation, or will it make people less likely to talk about it for fear of being convicted of a crime?
But for Todd, this case is really all about his future.
Would a simple "I'm sorry" work?
No, absolutely not, because I have to take medicine for the rest of my life. You've damaged my brand because I want to be married. So now, for me as a single man, to find someone who is going to accept me with this condition, it's hard.
If the case is not settled, I'm told a judge could hear the case in December as for the proposed legislation. Representative Ingram says she has more meetings that have to happen first before she's ready to introduce a final draft. Ryan Houston, 9 on your side.
Thanks, Ryan. I'll take it from here. All right, y'all, let's go in. Now, first of all, I want to commend Mr. Todd for coming out and basically saying what a lot of people would be afraid to say, that he has herpes. Usually when we hear cases like this, it's when people come out about HIV. No one really comes out about herpes and say, I have herpes. But I commend him for doing this. He's really brave, and I hope that he gets the help he needs, because by reading that article, it stated that he has, depression, and it feels like he has Lyme disease while dealing with this virus. So, I hope he's getting the help he needs, and also go get therapy, man, for that depression. Now, there are a lot of people who say that if a person has a sexually transmitted disease, they should let their partners know. I believe that, you all. In a perfect world, that would be great. That everyone just said, I have this, and be upfront. That would be awesome. But let's be honest, people aren't doing that. Well, let me correct myself. Not everyone's doing that, but there are some people who will let you know if you are, dating or about to be in a sexual situation with them. They'll let you know, hey, this is what's going on with me. I have a sexually transmitted disease. All right. Now, there are individuals in the past who have knowingly infected individuals with incurable sexually transmitted diseases, and they may have thought to themselves that, this person is just going to, be shamed about it. They're going to keep it to themselves. They're not going to press charges. They're not going to go to the local authorities. Well, that's not happening nowadays, because people will take to social media about anything. And I'm sure many of you have seen in social media, people talk about, he gave me this, she gave me that, and I'm going to do this, and they'll go live going to the health department or going to the police station to file a police report. It's a new time now. People are not hiding behind situations like this, and you're not going to shame people, for speaking out. Now, let me also say this. I think Mr. Todd should do what he needs to do, and I think any individual who is going through this situation, if you want to press charges, do it. I don't like stigmatizing people with sexually transmitted disease, because everyone with a sexually transmitted disease is not going out intentionally, trying to infect people. But I think if someone is out there doing that, and there are laws in your state that protect you as a citizen, you got to do what you got to do. All right? I'm off of this topic, but I want to hear from my audience. Do you all think Mr. Todd is right by pressing charges against this woman? And what would you do if you were in this situation? Would you let bygones be bygones, forgive and forget, and go on with your life? Or would you press charges? I want to know what y'all think about this video, all right? Until next time, it's your guy Dawson. Y'all take care of yourself and each other. Please be safe out there. Please be safe. The single people, the married people who want to act single, because I know y'all out there. Y'all be safe and take care of yourself. Until next time, it's your guy Dawson. Peace.